Happy New Year and welcome to the Retro Robbins Show with me, Wayne, and of course my sleeping AI robot, Emo there. Well, what's on today's show? We're going to journey back to 1986 to take a look at the Crash Smashes from out of Crash issue number 30. And to see if they stand the test of time, I'm going to give them a marks out of 10. No percentage malarkey here. It's between 1 to 10, and I'm just going to round it up between the half figures as well. So I could even go as 8.5. Will they stand the test of time? Do I still consider these a Crash Smash? Or did I think that perhaps they was a little bit generous giving these games awarded a Crash Smash in the first place? Also, we'll be moving on to some more modern times. Well, actually, by the time this is released, which is I'm hoping will be on the 1st of January, will be last year's games, technically speaking, but some of the more modern last year's games for the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. And we're going to include the TI-99. There's a game on the TI-99 4A that's also been released on the Spectrum recently, and I can't make my mind up between which one is the better of the two. So hopefully you're going to help me with that. As always, today's show is based on opinion, and your opinion counts too. So if you'd like to leave a comment or mention any of the games played in today's show, please feel free to do so, and I'll try and get back to as many comments as I possibly can. And if we got time, hopefully, I'm going to fit in the Sega Dreamcast. Yes, a bit of a break from the normal, but it's like variety is the spice of life. So if I can throw in a game console with a new game for the Dreamcast, I say new game, it's probably about 4 or 5 years old now, but it's still fairly newish for a system that is, well, 25 years old, possibly? Is it 25 years old? I think it is. I think it's 25 years ago the Dreamcast was out, possibly 26. Don't quote me on that, I'm not sure. And as always, today's show is run on real hardware. Let's get on with today's first Crash Smash. There you have the cover of that Crash issue number 30, July 1986, and bit of foreshadowing there. The game that is predicted on the cover is the very first game that we're going to play, Jack the Nipper, and there's quite a bit happening with that cover, quite a nice cover to be fair, plenty of action on that cover and everything just sort of jumps out of you. That's how you present a magazine, isn't it? You want to get yourself interested at that particular age, and I thought to myself, oh, I've got to have this, before the nonsense of tapes being stuck on the front of them, and that, you know. What we need to do now is start loading this game so we can give it a re-review treatment, and then we'll tell you the ratings. We'll start with the ratings right now as a matter of fact, so let's do that. Taking a look at the loading screen, which is going to come up about now. I remember this game being notoriously fast at loading, and you'd always get to see the loading screen come up. Plenty of action there. Jack the Nipper looks like he's a little angel, and all the folks around him are absolutely loving him. Loading screen goes, yeah, it's okay. I take it that the teared up Teddy was down to the fact that Jack the Nipper himself teared his Teddy up. But as the loading screens go, yeah, it's quite good, quite good. Quite enjoyed that. A lot of green there though, to be fair. And you always know when that crashed because, well, it was messed up before it even loaded the game. This game will start with a bleeper tune. Bit of nostalgia here. Apart from the fact that you've got a little demo of this character coming across telling you to get on and start playing it, there's not much to look at in the actual title screen other than writing. Yeah, it's a little bit bouncy in places, but it's just a nice effect. But it's not about the title screen, it's about the actual game itself. Let's have a look at the ratings. This would have cost you, back in the day, it's by Gremlin Graphics, the producer of Gremlin Graphics. Gary Holmes and John Holmes, I take it they were probably brothers by the sounds of things, would have cost you £7.95, or if you're from the States, it would have cost you $10.09. So I'm glad I kind of fitted that in. Use of computer, 90%. Graphics, 93%. Playability, 93%. Getting started, 92%. Addictive qualities, 93%. Value for money at $10.09 or £7.95, which is effectively £8. Value for money, 92%. Really? There was some really good budget games though in this particular year. I remember Amorotti being a fantastic budget title that I bought before this one. Shut up, Emo. My AI robot's interrupting me. Overall rating then was a whopping 93%, so it was in that crash smash era. Let's give it a game and see if I can remember what it is I've got to do and try and play it properly, that's for sure. Well, we'll give it a go now. Okay, we start in this room. We're going to jump. If I remember rightly, you can jump on pretty much most things. You don't have to be pixel perfect. And I've got to remember how to pick things up now. I think there was a number you picked. That's it. We got that. We can get the teddy as well, I think. Yeah, we press 1 for 1 and 2 for 2. Now with the fire button. If I remember what the fire button was. Fire button 0 or space. We could use the... Oh yeah, I'm about to get nappy rush. Ah, that's what, yeah, I can fire now. By pressing forwards and... But once you actually hit one of them, the ghost will chase you and it will home in on you. So, and what you got to basically do is you got to go around the screens doing various tasks and getting up your naughty meter. That's it. By pressing, you have to use the keyboard as well as joystick. Oh. For instance, just micro, I think you have to get a various items. I know you have to take the glue to the dentist place. I remember that. The game itself got a reasonably good sized map. The characters are fantastic, and sometimes you can get lost in where you actually are. Let's go in there. As I get the door quick before I get nappy rash. I could get lost playing this game, but what a brilliant game. I kind of forgot all the tasks that I need to do, but I remember there was one or two. For instance, my favourite task was to try and wreck the computer store, so you had to get a various item for that. This was annoying. There was a ghost-like graveyard as well, where you had to plant some seeds, I think. I'll tell you what, there you go. I've got him chasing me now, so I should be able to... Oh, I can't go out there. Yeah, once they're homing on you, it's a case of trying to outrun them, else your nappy rush goes up pretty quickly, and before you know it, you die. That's it. But once you go back out the screen, it's sort of reset and you're no longer in trouble. Just got to avoid the bench. I'm going to give the copper a good... How can you miss from there? I need to get my naughty meter up. Ah, finally. Keep chasing me. Yeah, I think you have to get the keys to the jail. I remember all the tasks you had to do. They were fairly good, fairly brilliant. Ouch. Ah, this is what you can do. This the cat. You can you get the horn for the cat, don't you? You get the horn for the cat. Oh look. Ever increasing naughtyometer. I think you can drop things as well, and that will increase your points. Museum, you need to smash the ornaments in the museum, don't you? So, yeah. Ah, there you go. You've got to take the dummy to where I've just gone to. So some of the tasks are quite easy. There we go. Now if I take the dummy to where I've just been, we can get a task out of the way. I'm hoping to get the task out of the way. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played it. Didn't seem this far back, just did it. Oh, what a terrible shot. I don't remember coming this way. I don't remember coming this way at all. You watch, I'll hit the policeman now. Typical. I can't hit diddly squat normally, but then when I've fired one by accident and I need to get to the other side of the screen, lo and behold, I get the. I bet you I'm missing now. Don't even get the dog. Okay. Yeah, I think we did go this way, didn't we? Oh, I'm sure we went and fired the museum. I might be going the wrong direction. The China shop. This is it. You can drop the plates. So yeah, we can do a task here. First of all, let's drop some in here. I'm doing absolutely rubbish. Anyway, that said, this was quite different. It's quite an unusual game. Rather original concept of a game, if you ask me. I didn't think. I don't know how to drop things now. I forgot how to drop things. Brilliant 3D sort of. It's not an isometric, it's a bird's eye view of a 3D game, so you can get the vanishing point going back. You remember technical drawing where you used to have to draw lines out to get that 3D box image, and exactly what they've done with this game is they did that, and I thought it was an absolutely brilliant game back in the day to play. However, at the moment I haven't got a clue what to do. What do I say? Is it still a crash smash? Well, obviously, definitely. Do you agree? 10 out of 10. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 today. Still a good play, once I can remember how to play it. Spitting image also could be called split personalities. There's two spitting images. There's a spitting image spelled different, which is a completely different game, but the game that's going to be a crash smash and a fast-paced game it is this little gem from way back when, well, back in 1986, when obviously spitting image and split personalities were, yeah, I don't know why it was, I don't know if it was renamed or something happened, but either way, this was called Spitting Image, but the ITV show was called Spitting Image, so I bet they changed it on a later date to Spit Personalities. The ratings by D-Mark would have cost you £7.95. Then again, it's $10.09 in, yeah. Use of computer 85%, graphics 88%, playability 89%, getting started 90%. Addictive qualities was unclear. Doesn't really tell you in the magazine. I'll show you what I mean actually when I say unclear. Let me just transfer the first screen over to here. If you look in the bottom, it's not even in there. You know, if you look in that section right in the bottom corner where it says, it's just not happening. It's not on it. It's not on it. It's just not, doesn't want to know anything. Anyway, let's transfer you back. That's the loading screen. Yeah, a head load of balloons. So, yeah, addictive qualities unclear. Value for money 87%. 87%. The last one was £7.95. This is £7.95. Its overall rating then was 90%, so it just got in there for the crash smash. However, for playability reasons, this is right up there. And while we've got the little bar on, it gives me an indication of when it's going to load. So I can actually turn it up and you can hear it loading a little bit. As loading screens go, I'm not a fan. It's got too many pieces of colour clash there. They could have done a better job of that. For instance, to Clive Sinclair, just make the pixel just a little bit bigger and you'd have got rid of that colour clash there. The colour clash on Margaret Thatcher and, you know, Princess Diane. His head is absolutely huge compared to Charles, but this time King Charles he is now. Wasn't then, he was Prince Charles, Prince of Wales. At least they didn't give the parody of the huge ears. And of course you've got the character from a movie playing against Sam. Forgot his name. I can't remember his name. That's dementia for you. I'm getting it early. Actually, I shouldn't joke because my old man had dementia or Alzheimer's, and he is a terrible way to be suffering. But you know, that's on another day. Let's keep to the bright and cheerful of 2025. I'm going to play this game now. I'm going to have fun doing that too, and hopefully you'll have fun and having a good laugh watching me try and complete the first game. It all depends actually, and more on that in a moment. No big issues at the start there. I mean, we're going to go for Kempston obviously because I've got this thing powered up and charged ready to go, and it's just basically like one of those puzzle games but with a bit extra thrown in, and it's going to be fast and furious. So you've got to solve a picture, but it's not a case of moving things around, it's a case of finding which piece you need first. That's a good piece to have actually, because I can get that straight in the top corner. Remember, you've got a time limit. That's actually a good piece to have as well. That puts that in place. A bomb you can defuse with water. I'm putting everything in place already. Now the sparks, the cracks on the wall will send your pieces flying across, and as you get further in this game, the more and more complicated it gets. So yeah. Now if I put that there, I've actually blocked one of my exits, and that may be a crucial mistake, but we'll see. And I'm going to block another exit now because I've got all these three in line. I've got those two in line, except there's a missing piece. Where's that go? Oh, that goes there. Okay, we can send those across. We've got those three in line already. Yeah, I know what I'll do here. I'll drop that down there. As you get further and further, the levels get a little bit difficult because things start to play up a little bit. I mean, it's sending me all the right pieces. I'm glad the doors. This can happen. You know when you need the most. Here we go. I'll show you the spot. There's no way I can put that there. And as you get further and further through the levels, it can get even worse. So you want to. I've got to wait till the door closes. I don't want to throw this piece away. So close door. There you go. Oh no! I've just blown my plan. So that goes across there. We can get that down there. Okay. You've got to be quick. The button. I need to put that with the bomb. You get bonus points for matching the nuclear bomb with the button, or the American flag with the Russian flag. You get bonus points for that too. And all the time, your time is running down. So that section's complete. That section's complete. We're doing rather well here. We'll keep that out because I've got no bonuses, but I just want to complete it right now. I know where that's got to go. I can move everything across. And up. And up. I used to be quite good at this. And I did keep an eye on the spark there, make sure that didn't happen. Oh, could have gone for the bonus. Could have gone for the bonus, but I didn't. That's the piece I want next, isn't it? So we should complete this section quite comfortably, actually. So yeah. Missing a face bit, aren't I? Running out of time. I need to get a whittle on. Will I do it before losing a life? This is what I like about this game. It's the absolute frantic pace. And the way it sends you the piece that you wanted before last. Right, we've got all the pieces we need. All we got to do now is solve the puzzle. Wait for the door to close at the top. Come on, door close. I've got time to spare. Got time to spare. And another good thing about this game is once you've completed the puzzle, you've got your bonus for the speed you get it, the quicker you do it, the more bonus. Those squares in the bottom corner there represent your goes, 3 lives if you like. You can enjoy the picture because the next level will not start till you press the button. And I think with this game, all the great pictures come at the end. However, I have to say, now this could be a problem, so yeah. There you go, I lost a life. I lost a life. As it happened, that's in the right place. That's not. I think the key to this game is get as many pieces out as you can, so as you know what goes at the right time. And keep your passageway clear. Because I'm going to go for the on later sections that actually stays open. Sorry, Dennis. Got to solve one more, haven't I? Got to solve one more. As you can see, Margaret Thatcher. That was certainly the day. Labour. You need to put Labour with Tory. Well, that one and that one. There we go. We've got the top 2 pieces. It's a good tip. Keep them there, and you'll always have that barrier. It's annoying. This game can be so annoying. Annoyance factor can be really up there. Okay, we're good to go. We're good to go. I was a bit worried then because I thought I was going to throw that down. So, 1, 2, 3. I'm missing the corner piece, aren't I? Because that's meant to be there. Okay. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's the piece I wanted. It's come at the wrong time, but it is the piece I wanted, so... Oh, is that in the right place? It is, yeah, okay, cool. I've had to put that there because I didn't want to throw it out the window, if you know what I mean, so... Looks like we're solving it pretty quickly. We are solving it pretty quickly. There's that's a piece of... I am missing a corner piece, aren't I? So it's that piece there I need. Okay, cool. Let's keep going. Oh, lo and behold, I ain't going to be able to throw that over there, so I've got to do a bit of jiggery-pokery. Jiggery-pokery, is that the right word? Oh no. Okay, how do I go about doing this? Yeah, I've got to... How are we doing for time? Good? Them 3 are in place, so we shouldn't have any problems with that. I should try and get a bonus. And now we've got the last piece of the puzzle ready, I think. I think we're nearly ready to solve it. So what we're missing? That's the bit I want. Okay. Shut the door! Oh yes, this is where it gets intense because you try and solve it the last minute really rapidly. And I know I can't put that there just yet, so... I'm going to do it! Going to do it! Yes! Yes! Still got those silky skills. Get to enjoy the picture. Wonder how good and close to the reality they got the pixel art. More of a cartoon character, more of a parody, isn't it? And so on and so forth. So, yeah, that was 90%. Do I still consider that a crash smash? I'm not going to touch that for the world. Definitely a 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10 actually. Such an enjoyable game. An original game for back in the day, and that was quite a frantic and fast play. You could have hours of fun on that. Got frustrating, I think about 5th, 6th level in. I don't know how anybody ever managed to solve the Marilyn Monroe section at the very end. I only ever got to it once, and believe me you, I didn't solve it. Did you play this game? If not, I certainly suggest you do so. Spitting Image! Or is it Spit Personalities? So, the last of today's Crash Smashes is by Elite Systems. It is Ghosts and Goblins. I'm not going to be a bit controversial about this game, I'm afraid. This would have cost you $11.24 or £8.95 in English money, which is the most expensive game of the day. Also, it doesn't get any better than that because use of computers 89%, graphics is 92%, playability is 95%, getting started was 91%, addictive quality is 96%, value for money 93%, but unbelievably this game had a whopping 95%. It's the highest rated game of the day, but not in my opinion. First of all, the loading screen lets it down a big deal. I think that harps back to back in the day when the loading screens were fairly basic. The graphics on that look terrible, there's too much colour clash, and it's almost as if they just drawed a random grave or tombstone here and there, and that's meant to be, what is it, twigs, sticks or a fence in the background between those graves? I don't know. It's a dreadful, dreadful loading screen. It really does make a mockery of some of the loading screens that did come out back in 1986. Another thing with this game is there's an absolute lack of sound. You've only got the sound of firing. But what I'll do is I'm going to select joystick 2. Did I select joystick? Okay. Because I'm on the next and I'm playing the games on the next, I've got to change the speed down a little bit. Going to give this game a go, and I'm going to go through the host of problems that is. It's supposed to be an arcade conversion of Ghosts and Goblins. However, the reality of the gameplay is dismal. Right. It's tough. It's way too hard, to be fair, and there is some proper issues in this game. So the first one is my joystick hasn't actually worked, so let me rectify that. Right, we're away finally. Now you'll notice that sometimes when you jump they'll just appear right underneath you. You can get stuck on the grave, but one of the main problems is, there you go, as soon as I went to jump over there they come out of the ground too fast compared to the arcade version. And there is a horrific weapon that you want to avoid. An absolute horrific. That weapon I've collected there is not too bad, but there's one which is like a chariot of fire. When you move and you press fire, the screen stutters, it stops, it almost goes stationary, and you don't get that with the arcade. It's sort of a more smoothish thing. Trying to do my best not to die here, but might actually survive the first section. No, well, we almost did. Right. Yeah, you've got to try and avoid him, or maybe outrun him even, before you can proceed. I don't think I'll start right back at the start. I think I'll start from yeah, it's okay. This is probably about as well as I'm going to get, because I always find this part difficult. I get stuck on the graves too easy, do you know? I didn't start right at the start, did I? But it didn't really start any further up, did I? I mean, I've had to jump there to avoid getting hit, yeah? Oh, definitely don't want that weapon. Avoid that weapon at all costs. Oh, you just move too slowly. You just move way too slowly. I mean, the guy's like needs a Zimmer frame or something. And yes, you do start right back at the start. And there you go. As soon as you get stuck on the grave here, you stand stationary to jump. The scrolling's nice up until the time you press the fire button, which is really annoying. I just about managed to avoid that. Yeah, okay. This is probably the best I'm going to do, but then this bird will be the... I've just dropped straight on top of it. I just dropped straight and we're back to the start again. The game is horrendously difficult, and some of the pokes actually don't work from the... you know, they cause the game to freeze up and they glitch. So I haven't yet found a poke that works efficiently on any of my tack foils. Even the ones from some of the magazines that you typed in didn't work properly. And sometimes, you know, you're just too slow climbing up that ladder as well. How on earth this got a 95% rating? I mean, the graphics are about the most pleasing thing about it, but the playability is dreadful. You know, really far too difficult. The randomness of, look, they start coming out the ground before. I mean, I'm happy to get rid of that one. No, terrible, terrible. Personally, I hate the game. I think it's dreadful. I bought the original thinking I was going to enjoy the experience. I found it way too difficult. I managed to get to the second level once after many attempts, and I tried to put the infinite lives in, it wouldn't work, and most of the cheats didn't work. It started off looking like a great game on the cover. You know, you expected a bit of colour clash, but I mean, the man there is practically invisible on that background. You know, you can lose sight of him. You only know where he is because he tends to stay in this really the same spot on the screen most of the time. 95%? What were they smoking? Really? Was they paid to give that rating back in the day? And who on earth was any good at this game? It stutters. It's dreadful. Best I could give that, and I'm pushing it at saying it's a 6 out of 10. Yeah, 6 out of 10. 60% if you like. No sound, dull, and disastrously hard. Told you it was going to be controversial, didn't I? Do you agree? Leave your comments in the comments below. Let's have a look at something a little bit more modern and hopefully a lot better. I think I should load this again. You just kind of missed the loading screen. I should show you the loading screen really. Janky Joe in Retro Hell. This game's interesting. It's got some lovely AY tune to go with it. The game's fairly basic. Yes, it's from 2023. Okay, it's 2024. It's a year older than I've only just come across it, but made with the MIJADORE engine, and you can see who's done that there. The man responsible for many a terrible game now being created by everybody. However, the music is DJ Hoffman, who's very good at demos. This music is awesome. To be quite honest with you, it is awesome. It's a full long length loop, but it proceeds into the game as well. The title screen, it's a lot better than Ghosts and Goblins title screen, I can tell you that for sure, apart from the fact there isn't a demo. This is the coffee cup edition. Tells you what to do. Let's give it a go. Let's turn the volume down a little bit. First one's just a survival game. You're this character in the top of the screen now. I'm just moving left and right so as you can see. I don't know what it's meant to be. It looks like it's meant to be a bird. Anything that moves can probably kill you. So straight through to the yellow, we collected it. Then we're on to the next stage. This is a little bit reminiscent of I forgot the name of the game. nearly said Donkey Kong, but it's not. Hunchback, isn't it? That's the one I was looking for. Just in case of good timing required. And I think, yeah, just about done it there. Oh, and I was one pixel over, and it done me a treat. So I've got to start all over again. I mean, it's 2-frame emanation. Yeah, it's just leg up, leg down, leg up, leg down, which is not good. You get plenty of lives. Try and get past this section, Wayne. Yeah. I think we have to wait till them bouncing together. This screen I particularly like. It might be the times running down as well. Oh, this looks difficult. Maybe I've got to jump when the one's up and the one's down. Yeah. Okay, we got through that screen. And as you can see, it's giving you some of the more usual familiar sprites. We need to collect everything that's yellow. And I think because, yeah, you have to start all over again. You know, you have to collect every single item again. Which means you've got to be more careful than you'd like to be. I think that's the hard part out of the way. Well, we got through another screen. Probably the worst looking Donkey Kong type game ever. Obviously you've got to duck down that ladder. It's not difficult. It's not great graphics either. You know, it's not great graphics. But it is making an interesting game. I'm not going to let it go. It's instantly more playable than Ghosts and Goblins. Oh. Really, a last battle caught me. Down to 9 lives. I don't know if you can jump up the ladder. Yeah, you can. It's quicker just to jump up the ladder. Saves time. You can't jump here because you'll end up bashing your head on the roof. So you need somewhere where you can get plenty of height. Didn't time that jump very well, did I? Let's give it another go. I mean, there's a couple of frames animation here. What's wrong with me today? Yeah, he's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. That's even better. That's better. I don't know what it's meant to be, but it looks interesting. It's got a nose about the same size as mine. Got it. Well, there you go. Just took a chance on... Right, okay. So it's just a case of avoiding things here. Don't touch the sides. Where am I? Oh, right, okay. So you've got to go off the screen this side. You can see that everything that looks deadly is probably going to be deadly. It's a case of just... Oh well, there you go, I've done that quite well. I was a bit quiet there, sorry about that, but on this dinosaur, this could be, yeah, you started in that section. So, looks like it's a similar sort of pattern to what the last game was, where you're just going to walk through, time your way down. I presume, no, I shouldn't presume. Presumption is the worst word that you could use here, so. Ooh. Good, I'm doing okay. Extra life, okay, I've got an extra life. That's a good idea. And I can see why we need an extra life. Because I think this is a time limit. Oh. Try again, this one's going to look like it's a tricky section. Right, it's a patience game. Stay in the corner. We'll follow him down, that's it. He's going to go upwards, so that's cool. Yeah, it's just a patience game, this one. Almost like trying to solve a puzzle. Yes, it's all platformer, but it's an absolute mishmash. I mean, that was meant to be like one of them handheld stations there. Now, this could be interesting. Ah, you're going to fire your way through. And it looks like you can't touch anything, so... Oh, you can kill them, that's okay. That should make things a little bit easier. Well, you could kill most of them. There's two of them that you can't kill. And I'm not sure whether you can touch those sides. I don't think you can. They look like fairly deadly to me. Oh, you can. Well, that's just made this particular room a whole lot easier. I like the way it plays homage to some games. I really do. I think that's quite good. And that's blocky character there. It's quite well drawn, to be fair. Can I not get through that gap? No. That means I've got to go the long way round. Surely I can get through that gap. It looks like I can, doesn't it? Okay, let's try going the long way round. And solve this puzzle. That's interesting. This is going to be a tough bit of timing, so maybe just a... oh no. Oh. Just trying to figure out what it is I've got to do. If you press the wrong button as well, you pause. I don't seem to have a fire. Could I be possibly stuck? Oh, you can jump through those platforms. That's interesting. That gives me a window of opportunity. Cool. I now know how to solve this. Because you can jump through the red platforms. That gives you a potential way of following him and jumping through that platform at the end. Yeah, okay, I've worked this one out, so it shouldn't be too difficult. There we go. I may have just messed up somewhat. Yeah, there we go, solved. Oh. Yeah, the thing that really makes this game is variation of screens. It's not the greatest game developed with the AGDA engine, but it is great sound, which just keeps it interesting. In fact, I'm quite taken with it, to be honest with you. You know, it's like someone's decided to have a play, have a go, created a game, and they've inadvertently made something that's quite enjoyable, you know, because you now know every screen is going to be slightly different to the last screen you played. You're intrigued to see which game they're going to be paying homage to next. Some screens are a little bit disappointing. I mean, there you go, there's a bit of a Manic Miner feel about that toilet sprite there. Now if I go out there, where do I end up? Back at the start, so we've got to work our way round, have we? And interest, can I jump through that platform? No, so it's a case of follow and timing really well. I'm going to purposely leave the one that looks like it's going to be hardest to get to last. And I'll wait for him to come down. Oh, this is nice. And because those monsters are sort of slowly homing in on me almost, aren't they? Ooh. Bit of homage to Pac-Man there, shall we say? Somebody's put a Commodore sign in a Spectrum game. Shouldn't be allowed. Oh, I'm too busy looking to see where I was. Oh no! We're down to 2 lives. Oh no, I'm running out of energy. I'm running out of jet propulsion. So you can actually overheat, can you? Or is it my battery in my... Yeah, okay, I'm going to stop there right now. I quite enjoyed that, to be fair. It would be interesting how far you can actually go. It's available on itch.io. It's free to download. However, I always recommend you'd leave a little tip for the coder. It's just a nice thing to do, and it may encourage them to do more games. That's quite an eventful and useful little platformer, to be honest. It's not always a platformer because you're going in all directions, are you? I enjoyed it. The music made it. And the variations of levels made it interesting. It's like it was many different games scrolled into one, and it kept me going for a bit. And that's why I'm probably going to give this a respectable 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. Why not? Give it a go. Interesting little game I've discovered here. It's obviously a sequel. I don't remember the first one. Maybe I reviewed it. Starts out very nice. The loading screen you briefly got to see there was really well done. I thought that was quite impressive. And you're going to be that little character there that seems to be dangling from some sort of string next to, well, you select. You've got redefinable keys in this. Champion. Excellent. Excellent when you can redefine your keys. 2024, last year now, believe it or not. We're going to go for Kempston. It's only left, right, up, down. Jump is up as well, so bear that in mind. It's also climb. There isn't a fire key. You don't need fire because the game is sort of self-explanatory. Let's start the game. Interesting starting sequence. Boom, there we go. And this has got the ULA colours in, of course. Go in there, okay, take off, unavailable. Oh, right, so we've got to Gotta have a little adventure. Can we go this way to start with? Probably can. But I think because we can, we'll have a look at the other way first of all. You kind of work out what to do as you go along. Obviously I'm not going to be able to jump over there. So let's proceed to the lower caverns. Now I already played this game earlier, so I know a little bit that I can't make that jump at the moment. However, you will be able to make that jump. I'll show you more. For some strange reason, when you fall in this pit here, it gives you extra improved jumping ability, which means you can probably now make that jump. Well, not make that jump, you can make the next jump I'm about to show you, which is this one. Because genuinely you can't make that jump until you've landed in that vat. You got the battery. I'm going to recharge myself a little bit here. And we'll go along. The sprites sort of move quite quickly. Access denied, so maybe there's something at the top. It looks like there's something at the top that's in white I can collect, although I'm never 100% sure. I don't know if I can still make this jump. Yeah, I can. That's cool. Oh, I just walked on spikes. That's never a good idea. And we got an authorization code. Okay, that's cool. And we're able to get through the door. So I presume this is where we can climb. It's nice that they've actually changed the sprites as you can climb down. And there's another battery. So as you can see, part of my ship has lit up a little bit. Two parts of my ship. I'm going to go around collecting these sort of batteries. Oh, and I lost a life there. Can I walk across this platform? Yeah, I can. Now the screens are quite varied and quite interesting little challenge. Each one's obviously a case of timing things just right to get through. Oh, you've got to be careful there. I did jump before the drip. I'm not going to be able to jump up there, so I presume I've got to drop down. Oh, this could be quite harrowing, couldn't it? Choose a direction, left or right. We've got a drill, so we've got an item of some sort. We'll discover what that does probably later in the game. Oh, I got hit by a drip. I don't think I'm going to be able to make that jump up there. I think it's a dead end, so I've obviously got to work my way around some other way. Or I can jump on the blue thing, that'll help. And now there's something else for me to collect there, and another battery, so that'll light up. And I can't jump that high, and that looks like a bit of spectacularly good timing is required here. But it doesn't matter if I die. Oh, I can't even jump up there. Look, your jumping is sort of reduced. Don't want to go that way when you've got items in this room to collect. Oh! I'll tell you what, I was quite enjoying that. Shame I died. I got none of them, but I was figuring it out. Yeah, okay, give it a rating. Very good indeed. Impressive little game. Not so sure about the music in the background. It did seem to get a little bit repetitive, but I was enjoying playing it, and I thought it's not bad. It's been well done. It looks like you've got to collect enough of those batteries in order to power your ship. So it kind of explains the way to play it. I thought yeah, I'm going to give that. I'm going to be quite generous with that one as well. I'm going to give that a 8 out of 10. Definitely worth a try. Interesting little game here. I didn't know what to make of this to start with, but I've given it a good play. At the first instance, it seemed really hard. Yeah, Happy New Year to you as well. So it's going to be lack of AY sound in this, I'm afraid. The intro is so slow that I'm just going to use some save states here to get past it because it's so repetitive. I mean, come on, let's get through the intro. Yeah. It takes forever for the game to start. So I'm pressing buttons, as you can hear I'm banging the keyboard. Just come on, I want to play already. QA will select and then you get to play. So we're playing straight away. The keys are, incidentally, it doesn't tell you, is QA, O, P and M. Not the space. First part of the game, just avoid everything that comes at you from the bottom of the screen. It goes for quite a while, probably goes on a little bit too long. Before you can actually get into the main game, you need to avoid all of these. Fortunately, everything moves pretty quickly, so it shouldn't be too difficult. See, really, now that's probably way too long. We've done it though, made it through first time, and then you're this... Where am I? Well, I haven't got a clue. Right, you've only got a jump and a duck. That's all you've got, and a switch. It looks like it's a gun, but it's not. It's you twisting things. Duck, carry on, duck, carry on, duck, carry on. Go over, switch the robot off. There we go. Job done. Jump over the... Well, got caught that time. Jump over the mouse. Jump. Oh no. And switch that off. This is a case of timing through the beams. And then we can enter different rooms, but what you can do here I have no idea. I'm moving too quick for my own good. Once this, which I can't get through that gate, so obviously I'm going to need a key. A magnifying glass. Right, okay, what's that supposed to be for? Can't use it there, but we collected a magnifying glass. Okay, well. Oh, really? Let's go out this way. You get a bit of a split second to get through them doors. Just about manage that. Right. That's locked. So I presume I've got to find a key somewhere. Oh. Okay, that was a short play. Oh. And for that reason, using the Jet Set Willy theme tune in the wrong situation is not good. It's got nice artwork throughout the game. You know, there's plenty going on the screens at many of the times, but it's just dull. You know, it's not like it's going to be... There's been a lot of hard work in some of the drawings, I admit, but up, down and just push a button, you know. You got QA for up and down, I presume. You must be able to climb a ladder somewhere later on in the game, but to be honest with you, I wasn't a fan favourite of that one. Probably a 6 out of 10. Could be worse, but 6 is the score that I'm going to give it. As always, these games are on itch.io. Feel free to download, or even Spectrum Computing is where I get a lot of my games from. Try that for a website if you want to try some of the latest releases out. Don't think I'll be going back to that one though. Scramble. This is the remix. Midnight Brew. This is one that I played at on my live stream recently, and I've got to be fair that this does everything that you expect from the high quality that you get from Alan and the team at Midnight Brew. Great loading screen to jump out. No a single sign of colour clash that I can see anywhere, but plenty of colours represented on the screen. That takes some doing, believe me and you. That just straight away sells the game to you. But what's the game actually playing like? Well, there's the startup sequence you get in the arcade, and once again, ticking all the right boxes, you get the chance to redefine the keys. You've got a reasonable high score table, and you get the usual arcade intro. Every single part of this game ticks all the right boxes. Very good, Emo. Notoriously, I'm not a great shoot 'em up, but if you've got, it will automatically set Kempston for you. So if you've got Kempston, you can instantly play. The sound and the playability of this game is spot on. I mean, you could see the. Let me turn the sound up a little bit so you can get a good full effect to the sound effects. You can see how this would be a problem. You know, back in the day, you know, you got this at home, you wouldn't play this at the arcade machine. This is a really great conversion, and plays very much like the arcade itself. But this is the dilemma. There's a dilemma I've got, because there's another version also for the TI 99 which we're going to play shortly, and I cannot really choose between them, you know. This is really nicely done. If you like your shoot 'em ups and you like a little bit of nostalgia, and I should be able to make it past the first level. I mean, I'd be, even while recording, things are a little bit harder to concentrate when recording. We go. And as you can see, you've got the stages, they turn red as you go up a stage. And you can dodge these quickly. Oh, well, I say dodge these quickly, and guess what happens? I lose a life. Yep, you haven't got to wait for... I find that the way to get them is to draw your fire backwards a little bit. If you're travelling backwards or forwards, you'll probably hit them more often. That's telling me fuel is low, possibly. We're at the next stage, and this is the avoidance stage. This is the one that will get me. I think the key to this is to probably get low and stay low for as long as you can, because they can't fly through mountains, so yeah, it's like stealth bombing, isn't it, really? And as the screen changes colour, it kind of gives you an indication of how far you've got left to go. Oh, and I was so close. Did I make it? Is it going to let me start again? Continue, yes please. Great, you even get the continuation. Yes, I made it to the next level. This is where things will all go horribly wrong for Retro Robbins, because, yeah, this is a tough part of the level, but it's true to the actual arcade. You know, it wasn't ever easy at the arcade, and that's the whole idea. It was to swallow your money pretty quickly. There are ways to do it though, and you can do this. It's just a case of practice. As always, you get good at the games you play the most. And I've crashed into the, trying to get the missile to drop. Yeah, one last go, and then we'll have a look at the TI 99 version. Will it compare? I mean, this is a recent game, yeah? It's not, you know, it's recently done, remixed by Alan and the team, and I've got to say, what a magnificent game it is. Certainly one that I'd put on to show off a Spectrum. You'd definitely put something like this on, because I think he does it proud. We had Penetrator, didn't we? We had Penetrator, which was similar. And Penetrator was great for another whole reason, is the fact you could design your own levels and you could simplify the levels and make things easier for yourself. Oh, I don't know if I made the end. Did I make the end? No, oh yes I did. That's brilliant. Fly into the brick wall, why don't you? Oh, that's so tough. No. Should we have a look at the TI version? Because the TI version doesn't disappoint either. That, by the way, is a 10 out of 10 conversion. And a 10 out of 10 play. I can't knock it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's probably as well as you're going to get for the system of the ZX Spectrum or the Spectrum 128K, which you've got the AY sound effects there. Why not use them? Neutralise it, get it on your necks, give it a play. It's a great shoot 'em up. It's almost timeless. That had been out back in, say, 1986. Oh, wow. I'd have been up to buying that and I'd have loved it. Absolutely. Now we're going to play the TI 99 version. We'll press any key, and to prove to the point that I'm actually using real hardware whenever I can. If I take this top camera, you can see my TI 99 there, all nicely set up. The only difference is with that one, it's got VGA output rather than a normal output, so I should get a clearer and better picture, to which should enhance the gameplay. You can hear a slight buzzing. Unfortunately, that's a quirk of the TI 99. I've got sound modification to fix on that to remove that buzzing, but it's tolerable, so we can actually play the game. We've got to go to 2 because I got Final Gromming, and we go to D for the homebrew, and right at the bottom there S says for the Scramble game. Yes, TI Scramble. And it doesn't have the boot up sequence or loading screen. This was actually came out in 2013 for the TI 99. For us TI 99ers, as we call ourselves. But we do have this little bit where it gives you the points, and all the ships are very nicely coloured up indeed, which gives a slight advantage over the Spectrum. But we're going to play the game, right? We're going to go for one player select. You can have 2 player on this, believe it or not.
Ready to start?
Well, yes, we've got a voice sample in there as well. The scrolling, really smooth, really true. Colourful explosions, that's for sure. A very playable game. We've got to try and get as far as we did on the Spectrum. Yeah, and I mean, the way the rockets change colour when they launch, I think that's really impressive. You could almost mistake both these versions are magnificently done. I've got to the second section.
Completed.
Same drill again. It's the same sort of difficulty as well. You know, if you pull back on the joystick, you've got more chance of hitting them by keeping stationary. I mean, you don't have to have much sound in this game when the game's so intense with the amount of firing that's going on. This is that avoidance section. Once again, I'll try the same tactics. Don't work on this because unlike, whoops, I've took my attention away. Unlike the first one, they seem to fly through the rocks a little bit, you know. So if I do try and fly low, I'll try it, but yeah, they seem to fly a little bit lower. You've got a little bit less room to maneuver, but yeah, again, as you can see at the top of the screen, you've got all the different different aspects of the game there, you know, with the 6 stages, etc, etc, and a nice high score sheet as well. But which one do you prefer? We'll give this one a second play because it was a shorter play than the first one, so we'll give it a go again, see if we can do a little bit better.
Ready to start?
Not so sure I like the voice interrupting the actual gameplay myself personally, but and the stars just flicker on and off, don't they? They don't sort of move along, they're just flickering. So you've got stars in the background, if you like. The rate of fire is impressive though, I must admit. I like the way the momentum of the fuel is, the momentum of the rocket to hit the fuel, you know, it's not as hard to time as you think, but it does seem to travel forwards more, so it's quite well done. I mean, to be fair, this is a very, very playable version.
Good work.
Thank you. It just seems a little bit slower than the Spectrum for dodging the asteroids. I mean, I can't, I'll be honest with you, I'm not, unless I stay in the middle of the screen more so than the Spectrum version, I'll probably do a lot better. Yeah, and then we've got to this section again. Again, the brick wall, I'm not so sure I could do with taking the speech run out, to be fair. I think that's a little quirk too many. I think the explosions are fantastic, but the explosions on the Spectrum wasn't that bad really, was they? To be fair, you know. I'll say I'm not very a shoot 'em up fan, but I ain't doing too badly, to be fair. Oh, have I got any lives left? Yeah. Oh, wow, that was a bit of unfairness. That made me marked down. For the TI 99, I would say that's a 9.5 out of 10. It's a fantastic game. I'm not convinced it's as good as the Spectrum. It's more colourful, it's more playable, but there is a couple of little elements I did notice that time around which just seemed a bit unfair, like that last section. I started straight on top of a rocket and lost my final life. That was a little bit on the unfair side. But generally speaking, they're two very good conversions of the arcade game. And which one do you think's best? Leave a comment in the comment below. I'm undecided. I would say possibly the Spectrum. If I'm drawn to it, I'd say the Spectrum was slightly better. But the colour, then again, the colour and the sound of the TI-9, the colours there, the explosions and the ships, that just gives it a little bit some... Oh, I'll tell you what, I'll leave it with you. Let me know what you think. As promised, I'm going to play a Dreamcast game, and once again I'm using real hardware. I'll just show, for example. There we go. And game that's probably about 5 years old now. I first saw it Play Expo Blackpool. Shadow Gangs. which is loading up, so it's going to take some time. This is what things happen, you know, they just take a long time to load up, but yeah, we'll show you this game and I'll give it a rating, why not. I've got the original case up there because it's all on original disc. There's no nothing is emulated. I keep everything real. Starting with an addictive tune. While you hit the backstory, let me just get the case and give you a little bit. There you go. Read through that a second and bear with me. There you go. There's the original case. And I'll explain to you what it is I like about original games on systems like this. That's a quirk of the Dreamcast. It tells you in the window what game you're playing in your sort of rumble pack, and that's your rumble pack, which incidentally we're not going to need. Otherwise it'll just interfere with the gameplay itself. I'll leave it in. I'll leave it in. Great opening title, and of course Dreamcast is a very underrated system, very powerful. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to start a new game. Get to choose your character. I'll go black, shall we? Always bet on black. The Dreamcast once again.
Mission 1. The city.
The city it is. I've got a 3 hostages, I believe, so here we go. Let's give this a go. Very rarely get a Dreamcast game on the Retro Robin show, do you? What it I don't know how much of that screen you may have lost. I don't think you've lost much of it. There is a bit, my side is cutting off, but generally you're in a 4x3 radius, so we've got as original to the sort of version that you're going to get. As I say, sometimes I've seen Spectrum games loaded quicker than the Dreamcast loads some discs. It searches for the files, sometimes it skips past them, but it doesn't give up, it goes back and it searches for them again. This Dreamcast has been all upgraded and sorted out by my good self.
Get ready.
But the joystick controls are horrendous. Yeah, you've got to hit them just right. Oh, watch it, because your energy level soon depletes. Free the first hostage, that's good. I think there's another hostage down here, so got him. Right, what is it I like about these sort of games? Well, unlike some games where you can start the game from a certain point, if you want to start this game from the next point, you've got to earn it. I mean, yeah, you got to watch that ooze coming out the thing there. Oh, yeah, and if you stay still, they will reappear. You know, you can't take it for granted you've killed all the bad guys either. Great. There's only certain places you can jump, isn't there? Oh, I'm going to crawl through this section. Presume there's a bad guy down here to get. Oh, nearly stabbed me then, didn't he?
Checkpoint.
There we go. As you see, Oh, I just died, but it doesn't matter that I died because I got to a checkpoint. Otherwise, you start from the very start. That's part of the rewards of the game, is if you can get to a checkpoint. Gotcha. Yeah, you've got to learn your continues. Oh. I got caught where I didn't want to get caught. So yeah, you just can't save it any old place. You've got to get to a certain point before you can continue from there. You get continues in this game, of course you do. Just like any arcade. The key to this, wait till he starts to reload. Got him. Hopefully we're going to see our first boss fight in a minute. Whoa, look at the graphics on this. I think, this is a good one, isn't it? You gotta jump. Oh. And I died as well, but I got rid of the bad guy, so maybe I won't have to start from the checkpoint, maybe? No. Shall we continue? Of course we'll continue, yeah. We'll have one more continue and then I think it'll be time to wrap up the show, see if we can get a little bit further.
Ready.
Well, we got to start from the checkpoint, but we've learnt a bit, and the thing is about games like this, is you learn, and you get better, you get further as you go on. Oh, I just got hit by a bullet. Can you see I'm really getting into this? Yes, got it this time. See that one coming, didn't we? Yeah, we got our first boss fight. Let's drop down here, see if there's anything down here. Looks like maybe a couple of bonuses. Maybe give me some extra energy, I don't know whether they're worth a try or not. Oh, he got me with laser vision. A Dreamcast then game for you on the Retro Robin Show. I bet you never thought you'd see that. I think we've played enough, don't you? I think we've played enough. So that means, if all goes well, what does that mean? I'll tell you what that means in a minute. It means it's time to end the show. Well, we've brought in 2025 with a whole host of games, old, new and different systems too. Hope you enjoyed today's Retro Robins. Please remember to add a comment, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and more content like this with a variation of all systems played from original hardware will be coming your way. Big thank you to everybody who attended Crash Live this year, made a fantastic event. Big thank you to everybody that sent me Christmas cards, that is amazing. Hope you all had a great Christmas holidays. Now Christmas is over, that's out the way. So much to look forward to the new year. We got the Play Expo. We may have another Redcon come on, you know, Retro Reunion. RCM, of course, is always a great place to go and visit. Looking forward to the next Zap Live, trying to plan a few things ahead there. Looking forward to the Crash, could be a 2-day event this year. Who knows what the plans are in store. In the meantime, for me, Emo, my ginger cat is asleep downstairs. I hope you enjoyed it. Gonna catch you again soon. You take care. Depending on when you watch this, have a nice working week or weekend. And I'll see you again soon on the next Retro Robbins. I think I'm going to carry on playing this if that's okay. It's a good game. My time's running down. And Happy New Year. So, if you love a bit of 8-bit, then you're going to love a bit of Retro Robbins. Don't forget to check out the Retro Robbins game. Retro Robbins in microbits. 87% rating from Lee Chop Stevens. Bye!
Retro computing has a place in our hearts. From Sinclair to Commodore, where do we start? 8-bit computing in the modern age, where vintage computers take center stage. It's the Retro Robbins Show, Retro Robbins Show. Plug in a joystick and let the good vibes grow. The Retro Robbins Show, go live, subscribe, stay in the know. We've got reviews and gaming vibes. We do upgrades and repairs, all of it live. So come to the channel and just drop in. Take off your hat, let the show begin. Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go. It's the Retro Robbins Show, Retro Robbins Show. Plug in your computer, let the good vibes grow. The Retro Robbins Show, go live, subscribe, stay in the know. Oh yeah, take it away. Oh yeah, take it away.